Ricoh Theta X is the first 360 camera and third-person view camera to shoot 5.7K 360 video with stabilization and no stitching needed. That's something even this $5,000 360 camera cannot do. If you're wondering, so what? Maybe you've never used a 360 camera before. You just don't have any interest in shooting 360 videos or shooting virtual tours. And that's totally fine because the most important feature of 360 cameras isn't the 360 view or even the amazing stabilization, but that they are third person view cameras. Just put it on a selfie stick and it becomes like an invisible flying camera. You don't have to aim the camera at all. It's like having a cameraman following you and shooting a video of you. This means that you can focus on having fun with what you're doing
That was fun.
instead of trying to get the shot. Instead of being forced to become an observer, you can be present with your family and friends. And yes, you can be in the shot too. No need to ask strangers to shoot your photos either. You can even make cinematic camera moves as if the video was shot with a camera crew and get amazing third person view videos that will leave your friends wondering how you shot them. I mean, would you rather use a GoPro and get this video of your zipline or use the Theta X and get this video instead?
Is now. The future is now. The future is now.
So 360 cameras are amazing, but they do have a downside, which is that you have to stitch them. See, 360 cameras have two or more lenses, and stitching is the process of combining the images from the front lens and the rear lens into a single 360 photo or video. For one or two photos or videos, it's not much of a problem. But if you're getting back from vacation with lots of memory cards, well, it becomes a chore. It's true that there are several 360 cameras that can stitch 360 photos automatically. All Ricoh Theta cameras can do that. So can the GoPro Max. But for 360 videos, there are only very few 360 cameras with real-time stitching with stabilization. And they're all limited to 4K 30 FPS. Here's the Insta360 Pro 2. It can shoot 8K 3D 360, but it also has real-time stitching with stabilization. The price? $5,000. Here's the Pilot Era. This one can also do real-time stitching with stabilization. It's $2,799. And here's the Pilot 1. And the price? $1,799. Now here comes the Ricoh Theta X. Real-time stitching with stabilization? Check. Resolution? A shocking 5.7K 30 FPS or 4K 60 FPS. So yes, for real-time stitching with stabilization, the Theta X has higher resolution than even the Insta360 Pro 2. Well, what about the price? It's less than half the price of the Pilot 1. Now, like all cameras, the Theta X is not perfect. It does have some disadvantages. Here are 10 disadvantages of the Theta X. Number one, stabilization is not as good as other 360 cameras. It can't correct for vibrations. So if you want great stabilization, I would look elsewhere. Two, overheating. If you record at room temperature with no air circulation, then it can overheat. Mine stopped recording at around 14 minutes at room temperature. 3. The battery life is quite short. I would estimate video of around 30 minutes. 4. Susceptible to glare. If the sunlight is directly at the lens, then there will be noticeable glare. Number 5. No external microphone option right now. If you're vlogging, you absolutely must have good sound. Viewers can overlook bad video, but they cannot forgive bad audio. And if you're using a 360 camera on a selfie stick, the only way to get good audio is to use an external microphone. But the Theta X doesn't have a microphone option right now. It does have a USB Type C port, so it's possible to add a microphone in the future, but Ricoh is wondering if there's any demand for this feature. If you want a microphone for good vlogging, leave a comment below. I promise Ricoh will read those comments. 6. Minor issue is that there's no live view while you're shooting. 7. It's not waterproof and it doesn't have a lens protector. 8. If you shoot in 5.7K or 4K 60 FPS, then the phone app cannot view the video or download the video to your phone. If you want to view the video or download the video to your phone, you need to shoot in 4K 30 FPS. Number 9, for photos, it does not have a RAW mode. And that's a bit of a letdown. So if you want to change Rico's mind, let them know in the comments. Number 10, for photos, it does have HDR, but the HDR has no anti-ghosting algorithm. So if the camera is moving a bit, you'll see ghosting in your photo. Here are 14 advantages of the Theta X. Number 1, real-time stitching for both photos and video. Again, there's no need to stitch your photos or videos. This is the killer feature that no other 360 camera has at this price range. 2, 5.7K video with stabilization. And the video is amazing. It's really detailed. Stay tuned for a comparison with other 360 cameras. Number 3, it has excellent, really accurate colors. This camera has one of the best, if not the best colors I've seen for a consumer 360 camera. It can accurately reproduce even difficult colors like bright red that's directly lit by sunlight. Number 4, high resolution photos up to 11K. That's the highest among consumer 360 cameras. Number 5, automatic HDR. 6, a low light photo mode. 7, a larger sensor. 8, it has a huge touchscreen that makes it easy to use and easy to change settings. Number 9, it has an internal memory that can record about 1 hour of video. Number 10, it has removable storage as well. This is the first Ricoh Theta with removable microSD card. 11, it has a removable battery. That means you can buy extra batteries and use them as spares. 12, it charges pretty quickly. If you run out of battery and you have a USB power bank with you, it will take just a few minutes to get decent amount of power in it. 13, it's easier to connect wirelessly thanks to the ability to switch bands. 14, it has long-range wireless. The Theta X can connect to your home or office Wi-Fi network, which will expand its wireless range to reach any part where you have Wi-Fi. So who is this for and should you buy it? The Theta X is the ideal 360 camera for anyone who wants ease of use and convenience. This is the easiest and most convenient 360 camera ever made, which makes it perfect for casual users and enthusiasts. It's an excellent 360 camera for family photos and videos. The disadvantage is that the video stabilization isn't as good right now. It's definitely usable, but I hope it can be even better in the future. Another issue is that there isn't an external microphone yet. So if you're a prosumer who wants video that's super stable or you want an external microphone, you would need to look at other 360 cameras. For photos, the Theta X is a really good camera with one of the highest resolutions available. The photos are also stitched in the camera and it can do HDR automatically. The problem is that it doesn't have RAW mode right now. Now for me, I love this camera in spite of its flaws, and it will be one of the 360 cameras that I use all the time. If you want to buy it, I have a link in the description, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment below. I do my best to answer all questions. This is an exciting year for 360. Don't miss anything and subscribe. I'll see you in 360.